Hello and welcome to Metal Vice, a podcast where we talk about all things music.
Well, the things we care about.
That's right. I was about to jump into I'm your host, Brian, joined the other host, Karen. I forgot that we do that little intro bit there for a second.
Yeah. You're all just like, I need to say my name.
I'm all over the place right now.
It's all good.
For our main topic for this episode, we'll be talking about our Opeth show that we went to go see here in Chicago.
My first time seeing Opeth.
First
officially.
time full set, yes.
We'll
get into that.
One song.
Yeah, we'll probably get into that when we get into that conversation. That we've tried to see them before in the past. I've seen them one other time, but this is your first full set that you've seen of theirs. But before we do that, we have our new sort of format that we're following with segments and shit, including the newsroom or headlines or whatever the fuck we end up calling this. So we're just going to dive straight into that and then work our way through the show. And for our first headline, the Olympics are going on right now as we record this.
Well, and as we post it.
I think so. This will go up on Thursday, and I think the closing ceremonies will be on Friday or maybe the Sunday after. Yeah. I can't remember how they do it, if it's Friday to Friday or Friday to Sunday, whatever it is. But 2 years ago was the Summer Olympics, and the big story for us, at least during that, was the Gojira performance.
Yeah.
No great big performances this time around for the opening ceremony. Probably not during the closing as well. Yeah. I was hoping when we were watching the opening ceremony, I was like, it'd be really cool, but it's not ever going to happen. There's no way it will happen. But Flesh God Apocalypse playing.
That'd be great.
Nah, I don't think they're going to have that be the music that you choose to play during an opening ceremonies. And there's been a bunch of other big headlines for sports balls and whatnot that come out of this, as there always is. But one of the big headlines I saw that I thought was really cool. But there is a band called Rise of Voltage. They are from Italy, which is where the Olympics are taking place. But Dominic Paris is this dude's name. He won the bronze medal in the men's downhill. And he is the lead singer for that band, Rise of Voltage. I listened to one of their songs, the first one on Spotify. I need to listen to more of it. I do like the sound of their shit, but that first one was very autobiographical, almost like the beginning of the song, basically where he's like standing on top of a mountain, ready to go down the snow or something like that. It was really. I'm not a lyricist. I don't listen to lyrics right away. It's kind of what I picked up on, but a band I definitely will be checking out here shortly. I meant to do it this week, but one of the bad things about the Olympics is I now have it on for background noise while I work instead of music. So my music consumption has gone way down.
Yeah, you really haven't listened to much because you have that on the TV in your office.
Yeah.
And by TV, I mean like almost a computer screen.
Yeah, it's our old TV. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It's cool. I like watching the sports balls and whatnot. I do need to listen to more music, so once this is over, I'll definitely get back into music, and this is one of the number one bands on my list to check out afterwards. So props to you.
Who knew that you would learn of a new band while watching the Olympics?
I mean, a lot of people learned about Gojira, so this is 2 for 2 Olympics in a row now. We learned about new bands, so let's keep it going.
We knew about Gojira, but
sure, but a lot of people.
I get what you're saying,
But yeah, that was a fun little thing. Our next sort of headline is that Combat Records looks like it might be coming back in 2026. This is a label I did not know about, but it sounds like it used to be a pretty big metal label back in the day.
Okay.
So we just saw one with Blickety Blick, or you call it Back to Black.
I think it's Back to Black.
Or Back to Back. Or
Black to Black.
Black to Black, that one.
Blickety Blick.
I like Blickety Blick. I don't know why. That's just how it looks to me. But yeah, this label apparently was behind, Megadeth, Exodus, Circle Jerks, Nuclear Assault, and other ones in the 80s and whatnot. So I was unfamiliar with this label. Again, I wasn't really big in metal in the 80s. I was very, very young in the 80s. My big record label for me was Roadrunner. That's how I got into metal. That was the label that I was really big on. So, but anyway, I'm all for this. More metal labels out there supporting metal bands and not AI shit, hopefully. So,
yes, hopefully. Yeah.
I think this is a good sign. I'm
awesome.
excited to check out their shit as the year rolls on.
How do you buy a label?
I think you just start it and then you start like funding bands. Like you find a band.
But you need like investors or something. You would need like
you need to have capital. You need to have some sort of capital. Either your personal capital, you get investments from others, a loan from others, probably a normal company basically, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
And then you're just trying to run a business based on finding good talent and hopefully retaining that talent. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was a good, fun little piece of news. Another one. that I saw come up this last week that I thought was kind of fun. Have you heard of the X Faces?
No.
How about Jack Pigbenus Kilsean? I got that last name messed
Kilcone?
up. Kilcone. Have you heard of him?
No.
Have you heard of Mushroom Head?
Yes.
This was one of the original members of Mushroom Head.
Oh, okay.
And the X Faces have recruited him to join. And apparently a lot of that classic era Mushroom Head band members are all part of this X Faces band.
Interesting.
I liked Mushroom Head back in the day. And we saw them at Rockfest a few years back, and I really liked that. And they had a female vocalist, I think, with them at that time. And I was like, I don't remember you having a female vocalist.
Oh.
And we've watched a few music videos on YouTube, and she's on there as well. And I've started to look into it a little bit, but it seems like, if not all the members, a vast majority of the original members from Mushroom Head is sort of rotated out.
Okay.
And it made me think of, we did a 666 on Forever Bands, I think we called it. And I was saying, like, Slipknot could be a forever band. You just bring in a new member, a new mask, and that band just keeps on going as long as you have the vibe. And I didn't realize there were so many bands out there that are like that, where the original members aren't really in the band anymore.
So X Faces has Waylon.
Yes, who was also in
vocals.
A Killer's Confession.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Which, the first time we saw The Killer's Confession, he had a mask on.
He did, yeah.
He was the only one with the mask. Everybody else didn't.
He didn't have a mask. He had face paint.
Oh, yes.
It was painted.
It was face paint.
Yeah.
And then the very next time we saw them, there was some rotation in the band.
Yeah.
Everybody was wearing masks.
Yeah.
And at the head, like, that's when we found out, or I found out, that he was in Mushroom Head. Because I think he may have said something like that.
No, it was at the first performance. He mentioned it.
Okay, yeah.
And then we looked it up in the Uber home or something.
Maybe that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But
just to double check.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like, you thought so, and like we just just to
but
confirm.
then when they came back with The Killer's Confession with all wearing masks, it was like, oh, it's sort of bringing the same vibe that he had with Mushroom Head, it sounds like. And now this other project with, I don't know if he's like the leader of this or whatnot, or just as a group collective with all of them, but same thing. I don't know if they're gonna wear masks or anything, but it sounds like a bunch of the old Mushroom Head members are getting together. They do have a few shows as well in April in Michigan and then Columbus, Ohio. So only 4 shows. If I remember correctly, they are from Ohio, I want to say.
Or Michigan.
I think they're from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But Michigan and Ohio are pretty close.
They are.
So
okay. Because I feel like the Killer's Confession did a lot in Michigan.
See, and I thought they did it in Ohio.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure. I could be completely wrong, and it was Michigan. But in any case, they're playing 4 shows in April, 2 of them in Flint, Michigan, and 2 in Columbus, Ohio. Would be kind of cool to go check out that. This next piece of news, though, not as happy as the last couple, I would say. Ross the Boss Friedman has been diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. He was the ex-Manowar guitarist. I saw him at the bar stage Milwaukee Metal Fest 2024, I think. Okay. I think you were upstairs in the seat, like waiting for the main headliner or something.
Okay.
He was either the headliner on the bar stage, or he was just before the headliner. So I went down and I checked him out. I got pretty close to the stage. It was a lot of fun. I remember seeing him play and I was like, holy shit, that was really cool. I liked his music. His very guitar focused. I don't think you would have liked it as much. No. You're not a big guitar focused person. So like Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society, all that kind of shit. Not really your thing, but this sucks to see this. So hopefully everything, goes okay, I guess. I don't know how severe ALS is.
Yeah, I think there's different stages of it. So yeah.
So hopefully things are good, I guess. I don't know how else to say this, but bit of bad news for sure.
Last week it was like, this person has cancer, this person died, this person.
There was a lot of cancer last week for sure. And so like seeing this week is like, fuck that. 1 week without sickness or death would be really nice.
Yeah.
And then our final piece of news, this one's probably going to bring on a little conversation from us, but Slaughter to Prevail and Behemoth have had their Istanbul shows canceled due to social values, according to like the politician or whoever canceled this. Societal values. Yeah. Yes, thank you. And that wasn't politicians, it was like groups, like local groups within the city were saying like, this isn't going, like this goes against our society and our values, so we don't want this in our streets, our whatnot.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
that they were preaching Satanism to their people or whatever.
So Behemoth, I can see them saying that. That makes sense. Like, it's a black metal band that is definitely very satanic looking and sounding, and the lyrics are very satanic focused. But again, it's music, it's art, it's fake. They might believe it behind the scenes. Cool, whatever. It doesn't mean the people who listen to it necessarily believe it. I mean, I'm not a Satanist by any means. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe God or anything like that. So, like, it's very frustrating to see this. Late last year, I wanted to say, maybe late summer last year. I can't remember exactly when, or even where it was anymore, honestly. But it was in Europe, I believe. And Disturbed had to cancel one of their shows. Like, the mayor canceled their show because of David's stance on Israel-Palestine and how all that was. And I remember thinking about that, like, I disagree with David. I think what he's saying is batshit crazy. He's stuck in, like, the doom scrolling, like, in his own little circle where the facts aren't really the facts. It's just sort of, it's the fact that you want to believe in.
Yeah, not seeing both sides, or like what's happening on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Or being able just to, like, killing children's bad. Like, it doesn't matter, like,
what side you're on.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I disagree with David on that stance, but I support his ability to get out there and play his music, write the music he wants to play. We've talked about this several times in the past of us dealing with separating the art from the artist and being like, Disturbed definitely played a big role in our lives and our sort of musical journey and where we've come from and where we went to. And it's kind of hard to reconcile that past to being like, fuck, I like Disturbed. I like what they offered me. But at the same time, the beliefs they're preaching now, or one member of the band is preaching now.
I think that's the hardest part, is it's one member. And unfortunately, it's the lead vocalist, and that's the face.
Yeah.
Generally, this is probably really bad to say, but generally the vocalist is the face of the band because it's the lead vocalist, whatever. I don't know. But it's not the whole band. It's not their whole identity, but it's coming across that way because of one member.
Exactly. Yeah. And like at the time when that happened, I was like, it's free speech. Like, you should let them play their show. Only the people who are going to be influenced by this, or they don't even bring it up in their show right now. Like, he's not doing any sort of preaching like he used to do. But like, if nobody buys tickets to the show, cool, you shouldn't have to cancel this. And that's the same thing I'm thinking with, Slaughter to Prevail and Behemoth getting canceled. It's like, they should be allowed to play their music and not be canceled for this shit. Not every country necessarily has the same laws that we somewhat currently have in the US where you free speech, you know what I mean? So like, I do take that for granted a bit here in the US for sure. Not realizing that every country isn't that way. Cause I mean, even Behemoth a couple years ago, was it now? They were on trial for blasphemy in Poland.
Yeah.
Like, having a religion have that much control over the government is scary.
Well,
it's not too far off here now.
It's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't need to get into that. But
no.
I think the whole thing, especially on the article that I read about Behemoth, is the censoring of art, which I think is what you were trying to get at the beginning of this whole conversation.
I did go a bit rambly there, but yeah.
That's the part that gets me, is it is the suppression of art, and that becomes the scary part.
Right.
Is if two countries or two cities are, I mean, now it's another one because now India, they had to cancel a show in India as well. That was just announced today.
Yeah, I didn't see that. You said you saw that.
Yeah, with the threats of arrest. So that's all I saw. I haven't deep dived into it, and I kind of forgot about it until we started recording. But that's the part that's kind of like, if you're going to go down this route of suppressing the art or making it illegal for the art to be performed, where else can you go from it, sort of thing.
Right. And again, like I said, it's art. You might not think it's good art. Hell, sometimes I don't think it's good art.
We allow people to go to church.
Right.
That's not good. So in our opinions, it's not. So.
But I mean, just even going to like an art base, like, not everybody's going to like everything. And Corey Taylor, we said this during his book as well. He's like, bad music is a sin. It's like, well, that's That's subjective, bud. It's so subjective.
Yes, but AI music is bad.
Yeah.
It should be a sin to
I wouldn't
create
consider AI music art to begin
AI
with.
music.
Yeah.
But there are other, I mean, going down the whole art route, I guess, there's religions, there's people who don't go to like art museums because there's pictures of naked women or.
Oh, really?
You know,
I didn't know that.
yeah, like, I mean,
I guess
they
I did.
censor it so much. There's some people who just censor themselves so much that they don't look outside of their little bubble.
About the censorship of art, I completely forgot about that because The Simpsons did a thing way back in the day when the statue of David came through town and they had to put shorts on him to censor him, basically. Like,
Yeah.
I can see his penis. No. That was funny.
Yeah. I do want to read this because I believe that this is from Behemoth saying this.
Yeah, they're like statement back.
Yeah. Music is not a threat, but silencing it should concern anyone who values freedom of expression. That's the part that I was trying to get across. Because they're not coming into these cities or coming to a city or performing anywhere saying, you have to believe with the lyrics that we're saying. Like, that's nowhere in their music or their ideology or their performance or their message to people. It's, we make music. I even read an article that they wanted to make music that was more singable or like more catchy.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. So that, you know, to like get more
I remember
audience
that a while ago.
participation
Yeah,
and stuff. And it's like, that's what they're doing. They're not like, I don't know. They're not preaching to anybody.
Yeah.
That's the part that people need to understand.
Yeah. And like I was saying, from my perspective as well, of, you know, we go to those shows and sure, their music is satanic, their imagery, again, they might not say it is, but to me as an outsider, I would say, yeah, it's satanic. It's black metal. Like it's, yeah, you're preaching about Satan. You did that Beelzebub song, right? So, or Bardzabel. They're different demons or demigods or something, whatever. I don't know that shit. To me, it's Satanism. That's what they're showing. But to me, I don't believe in it. I just go there for a good time. I'm just checking out. There's no difference than watching a horror movie about vampires. I mean, like, you believe in vampires now. It's like, no, I just like vampires. I like watching vampires. I like going to see Behemoth sing about Satan. It's fun. I like going to see Ghost sing about Satan.
Exactly.
It's fun.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyways.
Yeah, so that sucks. I
mean, to be honest, I mean, you were kind of saying like, we have freedom of expression here in the United States, but we don't, because even Rammstein went on trial for public indecent.
Yeah. Wearing a dildo and pretending to fuck somebody on stage is a little different than singing about Satan.
But it's just art.
Yes, I can see both arguments on that particular one.
But also, we've been to shows where there's protesters outside.
We have?
Yes. Slipknot in Peoria, Illinois.
I do not remember that.
Like the Baptist protesters who come with their little signs and their loudspeaker thing. Yeah.
I don't remember that, I guess.
Yeah.
I tuned that out and forgot all about them.
There was one in Denver the weekend of, which I don't know if it was there for Decibel, but he was like a block away from the summit. Huh. Do you remember that one?
I do not know.
Yeah.
I kind of block these dipshits out and don't remember them. So,
yeah.
Kind of even don't recognize them when I see them. Just like, whatever. And like I said, Slaughter also had issues back in Stockholm. I think Stockholm was more about saying that they were preaching like Russian propaganda or something was the accusation. Here, this particular one in Istanbul, they were, said you're talking about Satanism and shit like that, which even Alex came out.
Alex the Terrible came out, was like, we don't preach Satanism. We have nothing in our, in our songs about Satanism. Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do you get Satan from our shit? We don't do that at all. So
I think he even says like that his guitarist or something is an Orthodox Christian.
Yeah.
Our guitarist is an Orthodox Christian, wears a cross while he plays or something. So yeah.
Shitty little last bit, a couple news is there, but that will wrap up the news for this week. Moving along to our next segment, we have In the Studios, where we sort of just read off what's been announced or whatnot. So Relentless Spirit has a self-titled album coming out on May 8th with a new single out right now, The Burning Need. I have not listened to that one yet. This next one is interesting to me. I don't know much about the Melvins other than I've heard them, and they came to Chicago a few years ago or last year, and we didn't check them out. But the Melvins and Napalm Death are doing a joint album.
Interesting.
Savage Imperial Death March. Awesome name. I like that name. It's going to be out March 10th. Not a big Napalm Death fan from like a musical standpoint, but I do like their shows, and I'm finally starting to understand it, especially since seeing them on the boat.
Yeah.
And we're going to see them again here shortly.
Twice. Milwaukee Metal Fest and...
Oh, shit. I forgot they're going to be at Milwaukee Metal Fest.
At Three Floyds.
Yeah, Dark Lord
Day. Milwaukee Metal Fest, they have two
sets.
Yeah.
I guess I can play both of their songs, both of their short songs. Be over in like 10 minutes. No, I like Napalm Death shows. I'm starting to learn and get to them. So this one will be interesting. I don't know of too many bands who have collabed with other bands on an entire album. The big one for me that comes to mind is Lulu with Metallica and Lou Reed. But I'm sure there's others out there, but I don't see it too often. Yeah. Or I don't think of it too often.
I feel like the Cavalieras did something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Maybe, but I don't know if it was a whole album or just songs. I don't know.
Yeah. Moving along, we have 16. I think that's how you say this name. This fucked with my mind and my dyslexia a little bit. It's like a minus sign, a left paren, 16, a right paren, and another minus sign. So I think it's just pronounced 16 as the band. They have Forgeries Volume 1, 78 to 84.
72 to 84.
Those are the numbers, yes.
I don't think dyslexia is for numbers, just so you know.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But this is a sludge metal band. This is their 11th album, and it's going to be an all-cover album coming out
interesting.
May 1st.
Yeah.
Pre-orders are up for this now. I'm a big cover art, like a cover fan, like people who do covers. Udo just did a great Nirvana cover not too long ago. We brought that up. I'm excited for this one for sure. And it's volume 1, so I'm assuming they'll do 85 to X, you know what I mean? Whatever year that's going to be. And they'll just do another 2 or 3 volumes of just covers, which will be really cool. And I think the covers they're picking are not
I like that they call it Forgeries.
Yeah. So the track listing for this one includes covers of Scorpions, the Bee Gees, Fear, Black Sabbath, Black Flag, Agent Orange. So they're like all over the fucking place with this. Blue Oyster Cult, X, UFO, and
Rudimentary Penny.
There we go. We said all of them. Not in that order. I fucked that up. I was bouncing all over the place. But I said like 3 or 4 of them. I was like, fuck it, let's just say all of them. So all over the place. I love when bands pick like non-metal music to make covers.
Yeah, especially if they change it to a metal sound. Yeah.
And this is a sludge metal band, so I'd be down for that for sure.
Interesting.
A band I didn't hear about, but an album I'm definitely excited for now. Next, coming out May 1st, we have an album from Cage Fight, Excuvia. Probably have that one wrong, but they do have a new single out right now called Un Bon Souvenir.
Un Bon Souvenir.
God damn it. Un Bon Souvenir. I saw the U Bon, and I was like, that last word's got to be some sort of foreign letter or foreign
word. Isn't that
word.
like a grand souvenir? Isn't that what that means?
Is that
in like French?
You know what? God damn it. That's probably exactly what it means. Fuck. Cool. That's a cool name. That album comes out May 1st. Sorry, I keep saying names wrong for everybody. I don't.
Oh, no, it means a good memory.
Okay. I don't do this intentionally, and I don't do this with malice in my heart.
Yeah, I thought that meant grand. B-O-N.
Yeah.
When did we take French? Like in high school?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I took 1 semester. That's all I know. So.
Moving along, got a couple more here. The UK technical death band Ingested.
Oh, is this the band that you were playing the other day?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I don't think so. That was the bronze medalist, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Their new album, Denigration, comes out May 8th.
Good job.
I got that one right. Our last one this time, the album Architects of the New Wave by... New Weave by Evergrey comes out June 5th. They have announced shows also in Australia, European festivals, and some US dates as well.
Cool. Interesting.
All right, let's talk about new music we've listened to. And we listened to all 3 of these tracks the other day on our way to Doom Yoga.
We did.
The first one is COC, Give Me Some More. It's their first single off their new album, Good God. and Bad Man. That comes out April 3rd. It's a double album that they have coming out. This was fine. It was nothing special.
No.
But it was fine. I could definitely see myself listening to this. I'm excited for this album because I just sort of got into COC a very little bit. Not too long ago when they were on the boat a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I do need to listen to more of them. To me, they're kind of a sludgy metal band almost. They're stoner metal, I guess. They remind me of Clutch, just heavier, like a heavier Clutch for me.
Wasn't COC and Clutch doing a tour this year?
They are doing a tour as well. So I'm excited for this album. This track itself, the first time listening through it,
it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. I wanted to go back and re-listen to it. I just haven't had time yet because, again, the Olympics are going on. That's what I've been watching. So, but that was a fun one. The next one we have is Frozen Soul with Absolute Zero. I liked it. It just felt short.
It is really short. And I remember saying like, oh, I haven't listened to the whole song. I've only seen it on Instagram, like sharing it or whatever. And then once it was over in like 2 minutes, I was like, well, maybe I did hear the whole song on Instagram.
But good sort of death metal sound to it for sure.
Yeah, a great song. Yeah, and I'm excited for new Frozen Soul music.
Yeah,
they've been doing the same music for a while. So
yeah, this didn't necessarily stand out as like, oh my god, this is drastically different than anything else you did. It was like everything else they've done, but it's the first single that we've heard recently, so hopefully more shit comes out. And I don't know, usually I like the deeper cuts anyway, like the songs that don't come out as singles because they just have a little more character to me personally.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I'm excited for Frozen Soul shit as well. Next we have the UK prog death band Cryptic Shift with their song Cryogenically Frozen.
This is the band that you were playing.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I liked this song quite a bit. I liked
it a lot. Yeah.
It was very proggy. Yeah. You definitely got sort of almost to the point where it was sort of like, I don't like how proggy this is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I can't remember. It was like the beginning, and I think like there's a bit in the middle, if I remember correctly, that was like super out there. And it's like kind of jazzy. And I'm like, I like it, but I don't like it. But then it got into sort of more of the death metal-y shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I do like this.
This is the only song that we listened to by them, though.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the next song started, you changed it. So
yeah, I can't remember what we changed it. Oh, Meatloaf. Yeah, Meatloaf. It was Valentine's Day. We needed to have some love songs in there.
Yeah.
Anycase, I really did enjoy this track. Another band I wasn't super familiar with, but I would definitely see myself listening to this more, and their other shit as well. So
absolutely, yeah.
This one of the three, this was definitely my favorite of the three that came out this last week. And that wraps up the new music. No merch table items, no cemetery gates this week, thankfully.
Yay for no cemetery. Well, that we saw anyways. Yes, hopefully nobody passed away.
We're not going to get everything. We're going to miss stuff, and it's not us like saying this guy.
Yeah, we understand.
We're not the Grammys. Grammys should do a little better than we do. I feel like we're calling out what we see.
Yes. Well, the Grammys fucked up there too. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Grammy, like there should be a higher standard for them than us.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move into our main topic of the evening, which again is Opeth. So I was just at the beginning of the episode. This is your first time seeing an Opeth show in full.
Yes.
The very, very first time we saw them, we saw or listened to maybe like one song, maybe two songs.
Maybe. I don't remember them at all. So.
That show was Khemis, our first time seeing Khemis, which was awesome. I think it was our first time seeing Mastodon as well.
Yes, I believe so.
And then it was Opeth. And like that lineup is like, holy shit, that's so fucking good.
Yeah.
We walked in late to Khemis and I was like, holy fuck, these guys are awesome. And then I think they ended with, as they always do, or most always do, a conversation with Death. And I was like, holy fuck, these guys are awesome. And then Mastodon came up and they tore up the stage. It was fucking awesome. And I knew their show was going to be that way, very visually heavy in terms of like the aesthetics and sort of those, I don't know what that art style is called.
Oh,
where
yeah,
it's
what
like,
is that called? Like
there's like, you zoom into it like a person with an eye and you go through their eye and then you go in, you see that same person. But
it reminds me of the kaleidoscope things where you're like turning the kaleidoscope. Yeah.
So I knew that was going to be like their show aesthetic and whatnot. So we took edibles and consumed some edibles during that show. Didn't really kick in until toward the end of Mastodon's show. And
middle. Yeah, I remember middle. Yeah.
We've talked about this. We did an episode, I want to say, I don't know when, but we definitely brought this up in the past.
Oh, we brought this up so many times, yeah.
And they kicked our ass. I'm not a big weed fan. I just figured this would be a good setting to try it out. And it did not sit well with me. So we ended up leaving early because I was not feeling, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So we left Opeth early, and that really sucked. I really wanted to see that show. So fast forward a year or two, and they're on tour again last year with their Last Will and Testament. And I was able to go up to Milwaukee and see that. And that's supposed to be a really cool show because they were selling seats on the actual stage.
Yeah, so it's going to be set up like sideways, kind of. Yeah, where like part of the seats would be on the stage and then the stage would be in front of like the bar that's on stage right and that sort of thing.
Yeah, think of like a normal arena oval where the stage is out and that behind the stage, for a basketball game, there's usually seats. Or for a sport ball game, there's normally seats. They blocked it out for most concerts, and that's how this was going to be set up. And I was super excited to be on the stage, and whatever, they had to change it. Maybe they sold more tickets. I don't know. Plus, it was also a seated show for the floor, which was really weird to see.
A what?
A seated show.
Oh, seated.
Yeah,
yes.
Seated.
Okay.
Where everybody had assigned seats. So that was weird to me. You were unable to go to that show as well.
I was on a family trip. Yeah.
So I went up to Milwaukee by myself and saw that show, and it was a good time. I don't remember a whole lot of that show.
I ordered you Domino's on your walk home.
Or
walk back to the hotel.
Sort of remember that, but yeah. So that was the Opeth show that I saw. So this is my second time technically seeing them. Your first time. And this was part of their Last Will and Testament Part 2 North America tour with Catatonia. And we got to see this here at the Riviera Theater in Chicago. Ticket prices for this one were $49.50 with $13.74 in fees and $6.28 in tax. That fee rate's about 28%, just a little less. And real quick, I'm going to look up last time I saw Opeth and if it was roughly the same price. No, it wasn't.
Oh, a lot more.
113 for that show, and that's because I think I got that seat. I ended up getting moved to a balcony, like the good balcony, I think B box at the rave, because I think A box is reserved for no one because of the bride.
I think so, yeah.
The ghost of the bride.
It's her seat.
It is her seat, yeah, her box now. Story for another time, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I guess let's dive into it. Were you, I guess before diving into it, you knew not a whole lot about Opeth. I've played it before in the past for you.
Yeah, you've played it. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of it. I just haven't ever gotten into it.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
They are a Swedish band. Swedish? Yeah, Sweden. They're from Sweden.
Yeah.
Swedish.
Yeah, of course they are.
I would classify them as prog death.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
For sure.
Yeah, I would say prog death, yeah.
A lot more proggy. I think their early shit was a lot more deathy. And when The Last Will and Testament came out, everybody's super fucking stoked because I think the first song was Paragraph 1, and it's got the growls in it, and the growls are finally back, they kept saying. And this whole album, I think, is very much a concept album where you're kind of going through the last will and testament of this family. And you're going through like, here's what you get. They ended up only playing 3 songs from that album on this particular tour. But before we get into that, I guess let's get into Catatonia, another band I don't think you knew much about.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I knew of them and I'd heard like 2 songs of theirs.
That's more that you knew of them than I did, and more music than you heard than I have. I did not really know Catatonia. I think I've heard of the name before, but yeah, I've never really listened to them or didn't know a whole lot about them.
I do have to say, I always get Catatonia and Cataclysm
mixed up in your head.
Yes, and I so badly want to see Cataclysm. There's a couple songs of theirs that I really like, and I just want, I
think you kept telling me like cataclysms with them.
Well, no, I was so excited for Catatonia to be there, but in my mind, it was Cataclysm.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So why don't you read off their set list then for this particular show?
They start with Thrice, Soil Song, The Liquid Eye, Dead Letters, Old Heart Falls, July, Letheon, No Beacon to Illustrate Our Fall, and they ended with Forsaker. Now, I don't know the 2 songs that I know of theirs, and I did not recognize it while they played, so... But they're like on a playlist, like on Spotify,
on one of your
playlists. Like, playlists
okay.
come up. Yeah.
Going into this, you told me they were a prog death doom band, is how you described them to me. I definitely picked up the prog in their music. The death maybe a little bit, not so much doom in their music.
See, I got prog doom a lot.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got when listening to the show.
And to me, the vocals they weren't the doom vocals I wanted. Okay. And I think that's what maybe threw me off.
But remember, Trouble is doom.
Yes, Trouble is
and it's the different kind of doom than what we gravitate towards.
Agreed. And that's like, when I think of doom, I think of like Mother of Graves, for instance. To me, that's like my go-to doom.
Yeah, or Khemis.
See, Khemis is also one of those ones, like, I guess you're doom, but the vocals just aren't that low, drawn out sort of vibe. Some of their songs are, yes, but some of them, like Sigil is one song of theirs. I'm like, this doesn't feel very doomy to me.
Okay.
It's too fast. Like, I don't know.
I think that's why it's hard sometimes to categorize bands, because if you only listen to the one song that's not doom, then
as much or reaching to other elements. Yeah.
Then it's like, well, they're not that, or what, whatever.
I mean, we've said that too. I really hate genreizing bands, but like it does, when you say a band is XYZ, death, prog, doom, I now in my head have a vision of like what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
And when I heard the vocals for them, I instantly thought about Dream Theater. It sounded very similar to Dream Theater. To me anyway, the vocals were very much Dream Theater-esque.
Okay.
And I couldn't get that, which is definitely a prog band for sure, prog metal. And that's not to say I didn't like this. I actually really, really enjoyed their set. I thought it was really good. I really, really liked sort of the vibe. But again, even like the vocals sort of walking around a little bit reminded me of Dream Theater to some extent. I don't know what your thoughts were necessarily after hearing some of their set. Did you obviously picked up on the doom and the death and the prog?
I would say like prog doom. Yeah. I picked up on that.
And it's not necessarily your go-to style either. So is it something that you're like, ooh, I
really enjoyed it. I mean, it'll be on our playlist, but I don't know if I'll necessarily be like, let me listen to Khetonia today.
Yeah.
But for this show, we were up in the balcony.
Oh, we didn't say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you bought tickets for this, I did say for Opeth, I think I would enjoy it more if I was seated. Mm-hmm. There's just some bands where it's like, that there's not going to be the movement on the floor and stuff like that. So it's like, get a seat sort of thing.
Yeah. And we've been to the Riviera where there's been different setups in terms of seating, where the main floor is GA, and then you go up and the entire balcony is reserved, like this show was, or the balcony is split into two sections. You have your back balcony and your front balcony, and that front balcony is reserved and the back is sort of GA seating. Yeah. Like I said, this one was GA, or assigned seating all over the place outside of GA on the floor. I bring that up because we've talked about in the past where we've sort of questioned mainly the Powerwolf show, for instance.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Where I think all the balcony was reserved.
I think so, for that. Yeah, just nobody was sitting up there. So.
And it was a sold out show. And when we moved our way up to sit up there was
so many seats.
And the bottom was packed.
I think everybody who bought seats were on the floor. So.
Because that's the first time also at the Riviera, there's it's a step down sort of GA where your back is a little higher, then there's like one or two steps to the next level, and then another, like there's 2 or 3 levels.
3, I think.
3 or 4, yeah, something like that. Yeah. But they're all like a few steps down as you work your way down toward the stage. And on either stage right or stage left, there's ramps that go all the way from the back down to that main floor. I think to help load in gear, maybe for ADA reasons or something.
Probably ADA reasons more.
Maybe, yeah I don't know.
Because otherwise it steps down the middle and then it ramps on both sides. Yeah,
that's true. In any case, that Powerwolf show was the first one I remember going to where there were people at each one of those sections being like, you can't come down anymore. This is full. But if you left, they would try to remember you and then you can go down type thing. And yeah, that was just so fucking packed down there. And that's why we went up there. And for this show, at the very end of the Opeth set, we did go down and stand in the back just to see if we could get down to that floor. If they were going to like hold us back, being like, no, you're not allowed to go to the floor if you have seats.
Okay.
But they didn't. They let you go down to the floor if you wanted.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, I didn't know we were doing it for that reason.
Oh, that's what,
we were just, sorry. Like, kind of hanging out for the last song. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And also, like, it cleared out a little bit. I mean, a lot of people had left, so.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Khetonia. Really, really fun band. I'm glad I discovered them, and I'll be listening to them more. Like you said, this is on the playlist now. I haven't given that much listen yet. There's been other things going on, like we said, the Olympics. But I will start playing that now that we've gotten more and more things on there. I think we have 70, 80 tracks on that playlist now.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good already for
now it's a good time to start
February.
shifting it around and rotating it.
One really fun thing that we learned during the show, mostly from Michael from Opeth saying it, but him and Jonas, who is the lead vocalist for Khetonia, are like childhood friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't remember if he said 6 years old or 16 years old. But either way.
Yeah, forever.
Been friends forever. So it makes sense why they're touring together.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a lot of things together. Because I think even Michael was saying that he had, been like a guitarist in Ketonia and like helped out and stuff like that. So they've overlapped a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really fun.
I can't remember who was the opener when I saw them in Milwaukee. I don't know if I put this down, but that may have been Ketonia as well. It may have. No, it was not. Tribulation was the one there. But that was another death, doom, prog-ish band for sure,
that's fun.
if I remember correctly. But yeah, that little story, there was a lot of sort of crowd interaction with Opeth where he came out and talked to the crowd and whatnot. But that's a good segue, I think, into their set list, which started with Paragraph 1, then went on to Master's Apprentice, Godhead's Lament, Paragraph 7, The Devil's Orchard, You Suffer, which was the Napalm Death song. Good thing we talked about them earlier. That song's not quite as long as Opeth's normal stuff, so they went ahead and did another Napalm Death cover, which was You Suffer again. Played both of those songs in 40 seconds, somewhere in there.
With the talking in between. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like in 4 seconds.
After that little brief covers, we have To Rid the Disease, followed by Paragraph 3, Demon of the Fall, The Grand Conjuring, The Drapery Falls, and their encore was Deliverance. 13 tracks, 2 of which are 10 seconds long each, not even like a second long each.
So like 11 tracks. So.
But you got to remember that these songs are long. They are really long as fuck.
Yeah. How long is Deliverance? Like 20 minutes? I feel like that was so long.
It was a bit, yeah.
So I do have to say between, like the last 3 songs, there was lots of pausing. And on Setlist FM, it sounds like there was guitar issues.
Yes, I do remember that as well.
I remember them coming out and bringing out a guitar.
Yes, that's what I'm remembering as well.
But I just remember, because I thought that Drapery Falls was like the last song, because between the Grand Conjuring and Drapery Falls, there was a long break. And so I thought that was like the encore.
Oh,
and then they left, and that's when we walked downstairs.
Yeah.
And everybody was leaving, and then they started playing Deliverance. So in my mind, that's why I think a lot of people thought that the concert was over after the Drapery Falls, but then also some people are like, I want to get out of the parking garage or whatever. So
Spotify, Setlist FM, as you pointed out, they do say on there the technical issues were with Demon of the Fall, and it does say that the song was stopped early due to guitar issues. I remember them coming out and handing a new guitar to him, but I thought it was the song continued on. I didn't know it stopped. I thought the song continued and he just got a new guitar that was working and then just kept going.
That's what I thought.
I don't know the song that well, honestly. True. So maybe it did stop early. That song itself, and you were asking about Deliverance. It's a 14-minute long song.
Oh, that's it? I thought it was like 25.
The Demon Fall is 6 minutes. So I don't know. Maybe it was, but long songs. They play long songs, I guess, is the moral of the story there.
But that's why they can do the covers in between.
Yes, that's why they can do those 2 covers.
I can't remember what he said about the Napalm Death covers.
I can't either. It was funny.
It was funny though.
Yeah. He's got a Swedish humor, kind of dry and just sort of to the point. I
can't remember if it was his vocals or his not vocals, but his speaking parts that sounded like Johannes from Avatar, or if it was Jonas from Ketonia. But when he was speaking, I remember even whispering to you, he sounds so much like Johannes.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it a dialect or an accent?
I think it was probably Catatonia, because to me, Michael's voice is so much different than Johannes's. Okay. From what I remember. So then
it's probably Johannes. Yeah. But it must be different dialects or different accents or what, of the region. Because you don't, I mean, even like with Orbit Culture or like a whole bunch of Swedish bands, like you don't really get that very distinct dialect.
No, you don't until they like just talk to you in the crowd.
Right.
Or, no, are you saying when they were singing you picked up?
No, not singing, just speaking.
Yeah, speaking, gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. The singing's totally different because I feel like even, like when we listen to like Malevolence or Bleed From Within or whatever, like you can't tell that they're...
Yeah, I don't pick up any accents. It's very sort of,
I
don't want to say Western because they are Western, but like very general Americanized.
Yes, yeah, which I hate saying, being like, be like us, but...
No, I don't like that.
I don't either.
I like it when I can pick up the dialect or
Yeah.
the accent a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I think I've even seen on like Reels or something, I thought I saw somebody talking about there. Like, yeah, my singing voice has been honed to a particular sound.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I don't know. Maybe it was actors talking about how they learned to speak in different
I think
languages as well. Very similar type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you learned to speak in an American accent. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm going to use it as another example. Like when I was in Ireland, there's a city called Cork or a region called Cork. And like, I guess they can pick up like if you're from Cork.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Where like my ears is just like, oh, it's an Irish accent.
I guess we had that here too, like Southern.
It is. Yeah. Like you can tell like the different regions where, or you could tell somebody's not from
Chicago even.
Yes.
Like there is a Chicago accent that
or like
we don't necessarily have, but you can pick it up on the people who have been here for a long
Minnesota.
time. Well, that's Canadian, so.
But anyways, so what I'm trying to say is maybe Jonas and Johannes are from the same region or something like that because they have the same sound.
Okay, you're having
accent.
You're having that accent. That's what you're talking about.
Yes,
I thought you meant like their voices, not necessarily their accent. Or
I guess their voices, their words sound similar.
Similar. Okay.
Whatever. We're going way too far into this. I thought this would just be like a 30-second little.
Nope, we're going into dialects now. Let's have a deeper conversation into this. You know what? No, let's save this for a 666 topic and we'll talk about dialects there.
No, that's fine.
So I did see a show not the next night, 2 nights later. I went to go see a Dead tribute band. There's your Dead.
Yeah, take a shot.
You say I had to say that every show. Now I'm intentionally doing it. Anywho, I could have just said I went to go see a show with a friend. I went to go see a show with a friend, and I told him, hey, I went to go see a show at the Riviera the other night. Blah blah blah, talking about that. And he's like, oh yeah, you and I are gonna go see a show there. And I was like, oh fuck, that's right, we are. He's like, they just put the new sound system in. What'd you think of the sound? And I was like, I guess I didn't know they put a new sound system in. I was trying to remember that night, but I felt like the sound was pretty good. It sounded really good, except for the crowd interaction, the crowd talking.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like that was a little muffled.
Okay.
But again, we were higher up in the balcony, and I don't know if it was as bad necessarily on the ground. It might have been just our seats way, way up in the balcony.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I did feel that way a little bit, but mostly again during the crowd interaction bits, not the songs themselves.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember thinking, oh my God, this sound is amazing, or oh my God, this sucks. So
yeah, it's sound.
Yeah.
This particular friend is very much into the audio nerd, audiophile aspect of things. So he's one who will pick up on this. So when we go to see that show here in a couple of months, I'll be interested to see what he says about that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I have noticed sound at different venues or whatever, like Ruddy's, if you're not in like a particular spot, like it sounds horrible sort of thing. Or even at the Vic, I feel like sometimes like if you're like too much, I think it's at the Vic anyways, but like if you're too, rave it for sure. Definitely. Like if you're too much to stage right, then it's like, it's all muffled. So yeah, there's different venues that it sounds different. So
I've been interested to ask you about this, but all in all of the Opeth show, what were your thoughts when you walked away? Were you happy you went? Or did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Is this music that you could see yourself listening to again, or is it more of like, if it's on the background, is this like, if as long as Brian's playing it, whatever? Definitely
background music for me. It's not going to be something that like at work I'm not going to listen to this.
Oh really? Not even just to like zone stuff out and just have, I guess you and I consume music differently at work.
Do. I like to have screamy music in my ears.
As you sing along or scream along.
I do not.
You do at home.
At the office, I sit very quietly. I for sure do not. I would be committed if I said the lyrics out loud.
At home, you definitely sing, because I catch you, like, I'll be in the office and I'll hear you and like, God damn it. And I'll shut my door or something.
Remember when I used to turn on music as soon as I woke up in the morning?
Yeah.
Now
you have your headphone in.
I do.
But no, I'm happy you enjoyed it. I was a little worried that you wouldn't enjoy it. I knew I would really enjoy it. I was also planning to take an edible this night to like.
Yeah, you said that. I think it would have been better because we had seats.
Yes, yeah.
The back, I forgot to talk about Opeth's setup. With the screens just everywhere, but it all came together.
Yeah.
Like there was little screens all over the place, but it came together cohesively.
Yeah, in the past show I saw, I think that they had a larger stage, I think, at the rave, because the rave is definitely a larger stage. But they had they had a bunch of those LED screens as well. Can't remember if they had a bunch of them lining up to do different things and all sort of aligning together. I felt like it was more Dream Theater-esque, where they have like the platforms.
Oh, okay.
And then the base of the platform was sort of your LED screen.
Yeah, and this wasn't set up like that. It was more like a screen in front of like the drum kit or something.
Right,
yeah, like just
and little ones all over the place that sort of, as the picture came together, it all flowed really well. I'm really happy. I'm really happy you enjoyed it. At least
I would go see both of these bands again.
Would
if
you?
That's what you were asking.
Well, no, I didn't ask that, but that's a good call out. Like there's some bands you're like, I liked it, I'll listen to it, but I don't necessarily need to see it again. This is, I would see Opeth every chance I get going forward, because I think they fuck up their set list quite a bit. And by fuck it up, I mean like switch it up. Yeah. Where maybe on this tour it's always going to be this, but the next tour around it's going to be, let's put more stuff in. So I'd be happy to see them again as much as possible, and I'm happy that you would go with. But yeah, that wraps up our main topic for the night. Before we close out, let's take a look at the concert calendar. The first one I saw was Bill Murray adds fall. The first one I saw was Bill Murray adding fall dates to his Kinda Hard tour. Bill Murray, I guess, is a project by the writer or the musician. Let's put it that way. I don't know why I said that. He is a musician. But Johnny Frank from Attack Attack. Attack Attack is a band I've heard of, but I've never listened to. When I saw this, I questioned putting this on the list or not, because I then went and listened to his music. Some of it can be hard. Some of it's kind of like emo metalcore-y. Like there's slower, softer bits in it. I feel like this is a show you would have really enjoyed 3 to 4 years ago.
Okay, I was like
when you started to go down like that metalcore era and whatnot. Okay. So like Bad Omens, so like that's kind of the vibe I got from this a little bit.
Okay.
But in April, he's starting off his tour in Denver, and then, like I said, this runs all the way through fall, ending in October in San Francisco, with quite a few dates in between there. It looks like he takes the summer months off.
Yeah, there's the summer off,
Probably for the festival circuit or whatnot.
Yeah. Well, it says, the article that you have pulled up says it's leg 2. So I think up until May was probably announced.
Yep.
And then adding September to October dates.
Yeah, and he's up at Upheaval this year, so.
Yeah.
If he was at a festival, I'd definitely check it out, but it's not something I necessarily need to see this.
He must be pretty big, though, because he's at Ergon. So.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. After that, you saw this and sent it to me.
Yeah. This is so cool.
The Who and Apocalyptica are doing a co-headlining tour with the Rasmus.
I want to make this work so bad.
We'll see if we can make this one work. The Who is fucking awesome. Apocalypta is also fucking awesome. Those two together,
I know.
It makes perfect sense. It really does.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if they did a Metallica cover together?
Oh, they do. Yeah, they all have their Metallica stuff.
Yes. I don't know. I want to see this so bad. It's like one of those on the list that is like,
if we can make it work.
I want to make it work. Like,
given our schedule we already have right now and work and all of that, we might not be able to make this work, but hopefully. They do start this off May 12th in Maryland, and it ends on June 7th in Anaheim.
No Chicago date, which is where we're saying we need to make something work.
Yeah.
And the other cities are midweek that are around us.
So take more vacation time, which means, or no vacation time, but have to drive and then probably stay around a hotel to like figure it all out. So
yeah, it'll be interesting.
We'll see how the budget works and what we can make work, but that would be one that is on the short list for sure to try to make. Next, we have Necrotic Gore Beast with their spring tour, along with Atoll and Carrion Vale. Not quite sure who these guys are, but that name is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They're doing
the picture makes them look like metalheads for sure.
And the name itself is definitely a metal, but this is like a death metal band look for sure.
Brutality of Clubs, it says.
Is that the tour name?
No. Full on Brutality to Clubs.
Oh, that's the tour name.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's just at the
That's just a comment.
Yeah. In any case, this one is kicking off April 28th in Milwaukee at X-Ray Arcade, a venue we have not been to yet.
We have not.
But really want to go. Ending May 15th in Baltimore.
They will be at Reggie's on April 29th.
They will. The next show after Milwaukee is Reggie's.
So if we have nothing going on, I don't know our schedule that far out, but that'd be fun.
This could be a fun show for sure. Cool name. So I'd be happy to check this out. After that, we have Castle Rot, who are going to be on tour with Amon Amarth and Deathclock, but they're adding basically 2 shows around.
Oh, just 2? Okay.
Yeah, that seems low to me, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, they've added 2. It looks like maybe the Anaheim show in May 24th, and then the Grand Rapids show April 26th are the 2 that they look like they may have added.
Interesting.
Don't know anything about this band, but it sounds like we might be seeing them shortly with Amon Amarth, hopefully.
We will, yes.
Then we have Cattle Decapitation on their 30 Years of Inhumanity tour with Brugira, No Cure, and Knoll, Knoll. We've seen Cattle Decapitation, I want to say at Decibel one year. I think we've seen them more than once. No, it was
at, I've seen them twice.
Okay.
Because I saw them in Ireland. At Dolan's. But then they were at Chaos and Carnage.
Yes.
Was that Cattle Decapitation?
I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Maybe. I can't remember. I think that was it. In any case, this tour kicks off April 19th in Anaheim and ends May 22nd in Arizona with a number of dates splattered in between there all over the place.
Yeah. It does. If you're a Knoll fan, it looks like that they're not going to be the first 5 dates.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on there, but.
So not quite a choose your own adventure, but for those first 5 days, I guess maybe. Yeah. After that, we have Wasp with their 1984 to Headless North America tour with KK Priest. Wasp is definitely one of those 80s like shock rock bands that I've heard of and maybe have listened to some of their shit in the past. It's just not something that comes to the forefront of my mind, but something that wouldn't be necessarily horrible to go see, I don't think.
So KK Priest is founded by KK Downing of Judas Priest. So is it like a
I don't know,
Zach Sabbath type thing, like where they play Priest songs? Maybe
like the stuff that he was on the band for or something. Yeah. Or is in the band for.
I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
But when you pull these up, this is like the first time I've seen these articles. So then I like gravitate to like one sentence.
So when I find articles like this, what I've done in the past is if they have a show that we can go to, I just throw it up on our calendar as a one that we could potentially buy. Even if I don't know them, it's like a metal publication that I find these on. Metal Injection actually is where I find most of them. And I was like, fuck it. If they're going to promote this show, clearly it's going to be metal of some sort or rock adjacent of some sort. If I don't know what it is, I'm going to go discover a new band, hopefully. So again, that's why I don't read all these articles. I just scroll down to the dates.
Dates to look.
For this one starts September 10th in California, ending October 31st in Anaheim, California. Again, they're going in between all over the place.
It's like 2 months long dates. Though. Yeah.
It is a long one. It's like a solid 2 months. Yeah. They are hitting up Chicago here at Arcadia Theater. I don't think we've ever seen anything at the Arcadia.
Well, no, because that's St. Charles, Illinois, not Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I just saw the CH and then the IL and I stopped reading. The one I did see, though, was in Milwaukee. They're going to be at the Pabst Theater, which we haven't seen a show there yet.
Yes,
so that could be a fun one.
Yeah.
The next one we have for the North Americas, again, I still have these in the sections that I put last week because I think there are a couple European ones that get announced this week as well. But the next one for North America, we have Peeling Flesh with their U.S. tour.
See, you should have put Peeling Flesh in. Oh, sorry, that was the 666 that we recorded.
So before we recorded this, we did a bunch of 666s. One of them will be up in the future is the logo name game.
I thought it was Peeling Flesh that you put on there.
Where I pick death metal logos and have Karen try to guess what it is. In any case, they are on tour with they're on tour with Missing Link, Cruelty, and Bayway.
When have we seen Cruelty?
Have we seen them?
Yeah, we have. I just don't know when. Sorry, with all the bands that we should like list out every single band that we've ever seen, but the number of times that we've seen, I lose track.
Yeah. This tour kicks off May 15th in Houston, Texas, and ends May 31st in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's a little short.
A month-long tour, or 15 days, 16 days, yeah. Hopefully they're going to be on like some sort of festival circuit possibly. Or
yeah, possibly.
Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't look
Take
like
the summer off and do something.
Detroit would be the closest to us probably. Oh, Madison's on there, but yeah.
This next one, I love their name.
I'm laughing because of the name.
They're an Austin punk metal trio. They like do a bunch of punk and hardcore and metal shit. Anywho, the band that Karen was laughing about, and their name is Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol. Their tour name, also really great, Cash Grab 2026.
With the dollar sign as cash.
Yeah. They're on
Cash
tour.
me outside.
They're on tour with American Sharks and Pink Fuzz. This is one I could, just the name is like, all right, I want to check this shit out. I might not enjoy it, but whatever, I'd check it out. Anywho, the tour starts April 16th in Denver, Colorado, ending May 23rd in Nashville. With a Chicago date there at the Empty Bottle. We have not been to the Empty Bottle yet. So this could be a fun time to go there.
Yeah.
Then we have Tombs with their their Northeast US and Canada tour.
Oh, okay.
With
Another one
Replica.
of those.
Yeah,
where it's like
regionalized.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of nice that they don't say North America if they're only going to be in like 4 states.
Which technically it is North America. And it's also
short.
Yeah, and it's also very short. What is this? 5 dates, all in April.
March,
all in March. That's the third month. Starting March 25th in Philadelphia. Then March 26th in Hamden, Connecticut. Then March 27th in Newmarket, North Haven. Newmarket, North Haven. Sorry. New Hampshire, not North Haven. Thank you. God damn it. I'm not good with this shit. I apologize. This is not intentional. Then going to March 28th in Quebec City. And then...
That's in Quebec.
Yes. Then March 29th in Albany, New York.
Good job.
That's in New York. After that, we have the Black Keys, Peaches and Cream World Tour.
Ooh, Peaches and Cream.
I like the Black Keys. I would check this out. I don't think we can. They are coming to Chicago. Maybe we can. I don't know. But I do enjoy their shit. It's a choose your own adventure. It starts August 24th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I said that really weird. Fort Lauderdale.
We've been recording for like 3 hours. I think you're getting a little delirious.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, anywho, ending that tour on October 18th in Windsor, Ontario. And again, this is a world tour. They're not just going to North America, but it looks like they're hitting up Europe a little bit as well. I don't know if they're going anywhere else. But they tour quite a bit. It seems like they're on tour every summer or something.
That seems like a long tour too.
Yeah, they're also just had an album come out. They've had a lot of albums come out. Like it seems like almost every year a new album has come out for them.
So are they gonna serve peach pie at their concession stands?
That's up to each venue, I would say.
I would go for peach pie. No, I didn't mind the Black Keys, but I think seeing them last year was kind of like okay for
You don't need to do it every year.
Yeah.
Maybe like every 2 to 3 years, go see them.
Maybe.
I would definitely go again. I want to see them at the Aragon again, more of a smaller venue or club, not in a big open like stadium or field type vibe.
Yeah.
In any case, the last one for the North American tour announcements is the Loudness 45th anniversary tour.
I don't know the Loudness.
I don't know Loudness either. They're just a Japanese metal band of some sort. I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, they smallish tour going on. Starting tour off in March at the Hell's Heroes festival down there. I want to check that out. Our buddy goes.
It's on our list. We haven't been able to make it work.
Yeah, our friends go. I don't think they go every year, but they've been a couple times.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah. He was actually recognized when he was there.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Because he plays in Thrash of the Titans, and that's how he's known.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. There could be a Whiskey a Go-Go. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Any case, starting off in March at the 19th and 20th on the Hell's Heroes, and then ending on July 3rd through the 6th at Kingsland, Sweden.
It's kind of like a world tour. Well, because it's like some U.S. states, and then they go to Japan, And then, I guess there are 2 festivals. So Barcelona Rock Fest and Time to Rock.
Yeah. So not too many dates, but there's a few in there. We definitely can't make any of these work.
No. It's interesting with the size of Japan, at least in my mind, the size of Japan, how many dates that they have on there.
I mean, that's where they're from. So it's like they're home to like whatever. We're just going to be home.
But I guess in my mind, wouldn't that be similar to like going through a whole bunch of cities in one state?
I think
or are they not like that?
I mean, it might be the entire. I don't know how big Japan is.
Okay.
I know it's quite large, and they have a few islands and whatnot.
Okay,
right?
so maybe that's it. It's like the islands.
Japan might be the size of like the entire West Coast.
Oh, okay.
So it could be going from like Seattle down to San Diego.
Yeah.
But yeah, Loudness is on tour. Don't know anything about them. Again, if I saw that and they were in our area, I'd definitely be trying to check that out. That wraps up the North American tour announcements. We have just a couple here in Europe with Papa Roach, Rise of the Roach tour in UK and Ireland. This one starts out November 1st in Glasgow and then ends November 9th in Cardiff. Just a handful of shows, not too many in there.
Dublin, Birmingham, Manchester, and London. Yeah.
Announced with special guests. Ooh. So
I wonder if it's a different guest in every.
Maybe. A local show would be fun. Like bring up some local bands. Yeah.
Maybe like Evil or
but that one's announced pretty far out in November. I guess not super far.
No, not really. And it's definitely not for Europe. They announce 8 months ahead. Yeah.
Then we have Waking the Cadaver with their Slam Domination tour with Stillbirth and Nine Dead. I'm assuming this is a hardcore band.
Or deathcore.
Death
metal.
This one kicks off May 15th in Akmer, Netherlands, ending May 29th in Berlin, Germany. And so that wraps up what the new shows that were announced this last week.
A lot less, yes. That we at least saw.
I think we're coming up on the festival season, so you're going to start seeing it dwindle down a bit.
There's going to be like a couple month break, and then they'll start announcing fall stuff.
We'll definitely have a few that trickle in for like the smaller stuff, more regionalized, I would assume, that we're going to see.
Yeah.
And then summer festivals will kick off, and then probably midsummer we'll start to see the late summer and then early fall stuff get announced, and then maybe another lull, and then let's start up the cycle again.
Yep.
But in any case, some cool shows that were announced this week, some that we're going to try to add to our calendar for sure. And who knows, maybe we'll see you at one of these shows.
Bye.